In 1998, Silver Cross Hospital began periodically recognizing the accomplishments of outstanding individuals for their service to the community with the Silver Cross Sangmeister Medal of Excellence. Named after the late U.S. Congressman George E. Sangmeister, the medal is awarded to a leading citizen for competence, service, and dedication in a field other than healthcare that contributes to the common good of society. The 2007 Silver Cross Sangmeister Medal of Excellence recipient is Frank Turk Jr. Born to Frank and Margaret Turk, Frank Jr. was raised in Joliet with a sister and two brothers. Commitment to serving the community has been a part of the Turk family for generations. Through the guidance of his parents, Frank learned by example the importance of giving back to the community. Frank attended St. Raymond's Catholic School and continued on to high school at Joliet Catholic High School. He furthered his schooling at the University of St. Thomas in St. Paul, Minnesota. After graduation, Frank joined the Army, serving in Korea. Upon returning from Korea, under the GI Bill, he earned his pilot's license from Lewis University. Frank aspired to become an aviator. But what was about to happen not only altered Frank's future plans, it foreshadowed Frank's commitment to his family and his community in the years to follow. Started by his grandfather in 1885, Turk Furniture was in jeopardy. Frank's family business was spiraling downward and needed a vision for its future. Frank Jr. was just the man. Although this meant foregoing his dream of becoming a pilot, it instead meant answering a personal call to action. Frank worked relentlessly to establish Turk Furniture as a model business. Frank saw this opportunity as a challenge and continued to drive forward until Turk Furniture stood strong. In the early 80s, Frank remembers seeing his hometown's economy struggling. He experienced firsthand the effects of this difficult time. Frank himself didn't take a paycheck for a full year. He knew something had to be done. His natural leadership qualities again emerged, and he began making phone calls. He called upon other leaders of the community to come together to stimulate the area's economic situation.
In the very early 1980s, when Joliet was in significant economic distress, Frank took it upon himself to form Greater Joliet by bringing together some of his fellow business acquaintances in the Joliet area. The effort that Frank went to, including bringing Caterpillar and their management onto the organization of Greater Joliet, was really significant. It eventually involved into the formation or the organization we now call Will County Center for Economic Development.
His quest? To make Will County the best it could be for all of its residents by providing jobs and economic stability during a financially difficult time.
Frank is a very dedicated, civic-minded type of person. He's fun-loving, he's a great guy, he's a good family man. And whenever there's something very good to be going on in Joliet or in anywhere else, Will County, Frank is the first one to step up and volunteer his time and services.
The success of the Will County Center for Economic Development speaks for itself. The CED recently celebrated its 25th anniversary, something Frank is very proud of. He's proud of its contribution to creating more jobs and proud of its existence through the years. Throughout his career, Frank has been a key leader to a multitude of other organizations. His list of board memberships include University of St. Francis, YMCA, Will Grundy Medical Clinic, and Joliet Junior College Foundation, to name a few. He has also participated in countless other charitable and civic organizations. His insight as a successful business owner earned him an appointment to the first 2 White House conferences on small business.
Frank is just a stand-up, quality guy who could always be counted upon to do more than was expected of him. And I consider it, I'm very fortunate to have Frank as a friend.
Frank is the recipient of the 2002 Rabbi Hirschman Community Service Award. He's convinced that he's really the one who's benefited through the years. All these opportunities, he says, have given him the chance to meet the greatest people on earth. Frank and his wife Sue continue to reside in Joliet. They have 5 children: Frank, Elizabeth, Mike, Stephen, and John, and 13 grandchildren. Outside of the family, Frank's greatest love in life has been flying. He eventually found a way to incorporate his passion to his business by using his plane to travel between furniture stores. The opportunity to carry out his dream of incorporating aviation into his life is more than he could ask for. It's when I feel most free, Frank says.
Frank, I think it's fitting that you're receiving the Sangmeister Medal of Excellence. It's only several days since George has passed, but George was one of the other people in the community who I truly saw as a gentleman who believed in his community, loved his community, and had an open heart for his community and the people in the community. And you certainly exemplify all of those traits. So it's only fitting that you would be the first recipient of the Sangmeister Medal after the passing of George.
Much of Frank's life has revolved around making improvements that ultimately benefit others.
When I first came to Joliet 17 years ago, one of the first persons that I met was Frank Turk. At the time, you could tell that he was a very successful businessman. But what impressed me the most was he was able to take these businessman skills, loyalty, and dedication and transfer it to the CED. That's one of the reasons the CED has been so successful. And now that we're in the fastest growing counties in all the United States, he can celebrate and CED's success. So we're very honored and pleased that Frank is with us this evening, and he truly deserves this award.
Because of Frank Turk Jr.'s lifelong dedication to improving his community, the Silver Cross Board of Directors proudly awards him the 2007 Silver Cross Sangmeister Medal of Excellence.